gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network this Wednesday night. The Modified Madness Tour has 3 races left in their series coming up after tonight, but this evening we're rolling into Southern National Motorsports Park. The 4/10 mile oval will see the roar of 2 classes of modifieds taking place for 150 laps here tonight. We're going to go to the playing of the national anthem when we come back. It's getting heated up here in the points. We have a lot to talk about, folks, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network this Wednesday night. I'm Dustin Caldwell. I'll be bringing you the action as it unfolds here at the 4/10 of a mile track. Talking about this race with only 3 races left to go in the 18-race season. Things are starting to heat up both in the Tour and the light modifieds. Taking a look at your race information for tonight, though, we'll bring up the track information on your screen here at Southern National Motorsports Park. The 4/10 of a mile track was going to see some fair temperatures as well down below. 71 degrees in the air, matching track temperature, 100% humidity, mostly cloudy. So things will get a little bit interesting here tonight. Not quite the warmer temperatures if you tuned in last night that we saw in New Hampshire. A little bit cooler night here tonight, so these drivers should see a lot of passing action. But keep in mind that the smaller engines on the light modifieds, SK modifieds is their technical term, will be able to keep up with these tour modifieds. As being a smaller track, you're going to see some heavy passing in these turns. Expect to see the tours running the mid groove and the lights possibly running the lower groove. We'll have to see how that'll play out. Coming into tonight's race, Christian Peterson, the number 23, sixth-man Inc. car, still atop of the series points, right over Seth the Merchant. And if you watched last week, Seth the Merchant came away with the victory. Peterson had some late race issues where he ended up getting in a few incidents, pretty much stunning his chances at making his way to the victory lane. But the fact of the matter is, there is a bounty out on these guys tonight. Excuse me, I lose my voice. There's a bounty out there tonight on these guys, the sixth-man Inc. guys, both Christian Peterson and Seth the Merchant. So if any of the Tour Modified drivers come away with the victory, they're going to win some iRacing credits sponsored by the Championship Racing Association League. Same with the Light Modifieds. Tanner Cook in the Light Modifieds has been on fire lately, although Benny Ellison does lead the series in points. Scott Naslin back in second, Tanner Cook in third. Cook has just been on a winning spree here these last few weeks. Therefore, Championship Racing Association has put a bounty on his head. Same thing goes in the Light Modifieds as in the Tours. Somebody else comes away with the victory. Now, the key thing is here, folks, these drivers actually have to finish the race. If Tanner would wreck out, the bounty moves on. If he actually finishes the race but does not win the race, whoever wins in that division will collect that bounty. So, neat little thing they got going on here in the CRA League. Keeps things interesting. Keeps these guys motivated to be able to want to come away with victories from the more dominant guys that you see up front, up in the top 5 each week. So, seen a lot of drivers make some good pushes. Newcomers joined the league late in the race, or late in the series, and it's been really interesting to say the least. So 2 classes of cars here tonight on this track. If you're tuning in for the first time, we welcome you. Definitely feel free to check us out on the web, forgebroadcasting.com. We're broadcasting 5 nights a week now. Got a modified series on Monday, Wednesday. We have a Cup series on Tuesday, late models on Thursday, and street stocks on Friday. So just make sure you check out our website, trying to be the premier short track destination for everybody who's fans of short track racing. Definitely capture it here, whether it's out on YouTube, out there on Twitch, or even iRacing Live. However you're getting us here tonight, we definitely appreciate you tuning in. Got about a minute remaining here before we head to the grid. Take a look at pretty much the qualifying results here tonight. Let's throw it up on the screen for you. Now, the T that you see here denoted on our ticker tonight, just so you're aware, T is the Tour Modified, L is the Light Modifieds. So as you can see there tonight so far, fast time going to number 23, Christian Peterson. Fast time of 12.712 at about 100.3 miles an hour. Brian Neff, the 60 car, has been a hard contender, top 5 finisher these past few weeks. Keep an eye on that car here tonight. There's one in actually some other leagues, so I imagine he's going to carry some momentum into the Southern National this evening. Cameron Hearn making a debut, the 67, will be in third. Robbie Bunden, fourth. Rounding out your top 5 tonight in the Tours is Kyle Leverold, just about 0.3 of a second, or just under 0.3 of a second off your fast time here this evening. Fast time in the Light Modified, Scott Naslin with a 13.377 with about 95.31 miles an hour, so he'll be starting on the pole overall in 8th position. It is 2 separate races that are taking place here tonight, folks. Just want to remind you that you're going to see a lot of swimming. with the Tours and the Lights back and forth. The Tour Modifieds run the blue numbers. The Light Modifieds run the red numbers. So that'll hopefully keep the confusion down. But once you get it down, it is a blast to watch. And it looks like qualifications have come to a close. And they are starting to make their way to the grid. So let's take a look. Again, we showed you the qualifying results, but here's what your grid's going to look like tonight. On the pole, Christian Peterson. To his outside, Brian Neff. Cameron Hearn, newcomer, will start third here tonight in the Tours. Robbie Bunton to the outside. Kyle Leverold and Zach Mecca will house that third row. Adam Rigo, Scott Naslin back in the fourth row. So Rigo to the inside, Tour Modified driver. The number 17 car starts seventh. To his outside is your pole sitter for the Light Modifieds, the number 33 of Scott Naslin. Looking back into the fifth row here tonight, Tanner Cook. Bounty man himself, the number 18 Rockstar Energy Machine, will start second overall, ninth position in the fifth row, the inside lane. 31 Brad Carpenter will round out the top 10 positions, third in the Light Modifieds, back there on the outside of that fifth row. Looking on back, we've got Rhett Tucker, and if you watched last week in that Red Bull Energy Machine, definitely some animosity between him and the Rockstar driver Tanner Cook. Carrying it on into this week, we'll have to see how that'll play out. A few different drivers who didn't qualify. Clint Crowell, Wade Cheetah back there will be to the outside lanes. Davis Warren, Seth the Merchant, Kyle Barnes, Benny Ellison, and John Clements is going to round out your field here at Southern National. Just about to set to go racing here, folks. As they finish fielding up the grid. Take you down there, grid side, so you can see the action of these drivers and hear the lovely roar of these engines once they start to take off. And it looks like the pace car is going to start wheeling them off the grid. It's going to be 2 laps of pacing before we get the green flag. Here we go, pace car into the backstretch. Set to go into the pits as it'll enter turn number 4. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Neff to the outside of Peterson as they make their way to the front stretch. There's the green flag. Race number 15 underway. Peterson already working that lower groove in the Tour Modified. Roars across the start-finish line, completing the first lap of the night. Back in second position, the number 60 of Brian Neff. Working right behind him, picked up Winn-Dixie as his sponsor. Third position, newcomer Cameron Hearn, working his way, following the line. Tour Modified starting to pull away from the lights. Back in the lights, there he is, ladies and gentlemen. The number 33 of Scott Naslin across that start-finish line behind him. The man that's been on fire the most, Tanner Cook, works his way to the backstretch, heading for that lower groove, and he's going to look to battle for the race lead. Tanner Cook takes over the race lead, heading into lap number 5. Already he is on the move here tonight, looking to pull away from Naslin. Now Naslin is second in the light modified points. Tanner Cook is third. So a victory here for the 18 machine definitely would help his cause overall in the series points. Side-by-side action as Brett Tucker works that lower groove into the front stretch. Some Tour Modified action underneath. Again, tonight, folks, keep an eye out for the blue numbers. Those are the Tour Modifieds. Red numbers are the lights. Back up front for the Tours, coming across the front stretch into lap number 9 is that 6th Manning's car, Christian Peterson. The New England driver here tonight so far in the race, fast lap time 12.852. And it looks like newcomer Cameron Hearn getting around Brian Neff for 2nd position early on here in the first 10 laps. Down the back stretch, into turns 3 and 4, they wheel these cars quick. This 150 lap event is going to go quick. These Tours are on the move. Back in 4th position, Zach the Holy Man Mecca. Just off the pace a little bit, about 1.7 seconds behind your race leader as he works his way into lap number 11. Tanner Cook now starting to pull away just a little bit from Naslin as he works his way into lap 12. Question's got to be, what's going to happen when these Tours make their way back around to the lights? Now, folks, if you do see the red numbered cars, the light modifieds, they do not have to yield to the Tour Modifieds. Can't stress that enough. These are 2 separate races. There's no reason the light modifieds have to yield to the Tours. So the Tours having the faster engines have to make their way around these lights. Now we see Christian Peterson and Cameron Hearn making their way up to Brad Carpenter and Scott Naslin. To the inside, the Tour Modified action goes. Christian Peterson on the move to the inside. Again, light modifieds making use of the middle group, or the Tour Modifieds making use of the lower group. Down the backstretch into the 3rd turn they go. Christian Peterson. Oh, we've got a slider.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
And it looks like like a 31 on that car. Brad Carpenter getting just a little bit loose. Let's go back and take a look. Carpenter into turn 3 was up to the high side. It's going to be a little bit of contact between him and the 46 of Kyle Barnes. Barnes gets him loose, and oh wow, look at that. Brian Neff nowhere to go but into the side of Carpenter. Mecca is going to be locked up, as well as Tucker. Robbie Bunden will get there just in time to be able to avoid the contact. And tonight, that is our first caution on the field. Let's step away for a brief second. When we come back, more race action to come your way. This is the Modified Madness Tour here on the Digital Forge Broadcast Network. Back under the green, yet again under the yellow here at Southern National. Nice little overhead view there of the track this evening. Again, cooler temperatures here tonight, 71 degrees at the time of the start of the race. That guy right there, Christian Peterson of the Tour Modifieds. Early on, race number 1 at USA International had a little small incident coming down pit road taking tires when no tires were allowed to be taken. Unfortunately, got points disqualification out of that race. Rallied back, and by race number 4 was already at the head of the points. Just complete total domination in that division. The rival Seth the Merchant and teammate actually not fielding the grid here tonight, so I apologize, he is fielding the grid. So there is teammate Seth the Merchant, part of the 6-man Inc. team. One of these two drivers only have to finish for anybody to collect the bounty, and right there, that guy right there, Cameron Hearn. Carolina driver, newcomer to the series, looking to make a statement. First race and going for the bounty tonight already. Tanner Cook, the 18 machine, back there leading the lights. Total of 22 laps led here in the first 27 laps. We'll try to hang on as Naslin and Tucker are behind him.
Like you back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
Due to the wave rounds, there's going to be an extra lap of pacing. Want to make sure everybody gets caught up before the green flag flies, so they're going to go around one more time. How about that? Tucker right there behind Cook. If you watched that race in New Hampshire last week, these two had more contact than any other cars out there on the field. So far, it's pretty civil here tonight, but that can change in an instance with one incident, actually. Pace car now heading into turn 4, set to go into the pits. There it goes. To the front stretch, there's the green flag. We're back to the race on lap 29. Cook already Peterson already using the inside lane, and that swings out to an early race lead here. After the restart, Hearn still side by side with Leverall. Coming across the start-finish line into the first turn, Leverall to the low side. Lower groove working out is now Wade Cheetah to the inside. Hearn stuck up in the middle. Groove is feeling the effects of that groove. Going from second.
Caution is out.
And it looks like we have a little bit of incident here with Robbie Bunden. Let's go back and take a look at the replay. Contact there between Mecca and Bunden right there again. And it looks to be this to be too much just across the nose of Mecca. And it looks like when Mecca is going to come out of the turn, possibly. Let's see some contact. Right about there. Into turn number 3. That's where Robbie Bunden will get turned. Just hard fought for the race line there between Mecca and Bunden. And that's going to bring out the next caution on the night. You can see Bunden down there looking like he's going to go into pit road. He'll make his way to the pit box and see if he takes any tires. Looks like it's all fuel there for Robbie Bunden. So your top 5 scenario right now: Christian Peterson up front, Kyle Leverall in second, Wade Cheetah third, Cameron Hearn fourth, Adam Rigo the top 5 in your tours. Light modifieds: Tanner Cook, Scott Naslin, Rhett Tucker, Benny Ellison, and Davis Warren are your top 5 in the lights. Lights off the pace car as it heads down the backstretch. Into the pits it goes.
Green flag.
There's the green flag. We're back to the race on lap 37. Into turn number 3, Leverall to the high side. Hearn with some contact to Rigo. Hearn now trying to hang on to the top 5 slot as he works his way out of turn 4 into the front stretch behind the 17 of Adam Rigo. The top 5 tours really moving now in that lower groove. Tanner Cook seeing Brian Neff to the inside as it looks like, not quite sure who that is. Clint Crowell, I believe, just moved underneath him. Red Tucker back in second position. Newcomer to the league last week. And you can tell the swim of the 2 divisions here as Zach Mecca to the inside of Scott Naslin as Naslin comes across the start-finish line. Peterson with a little bit of contact to the wall into lap 44. Working his way through turns 3 and 4 in the lower group, back to the front stretch yet again. Four-tenth of a mile track, really showing the speed and intensity out there on the field. Looking back to the lights, Tanner Cook. Nice, solid lead out there in the light division as he comes across the start-finish line. About a 3-second gap between him and Rhett Tucker. Tucker, there it is right there. Davis Warren, the number 70 machine, newcomer to the light modifieds. Take you on board here with Davis Warren. Gives you an idea what these light modifieds are going through out there on the field. We'll take you on over now up to the Tour Modified Christian Peterson. Definitely hear the difference in engine between the 2 cars as Peterson's making his way up towards Warren. As Warren, now Red Tucker, and Kyle Barnes just ahead as Peterson trying to swim through these light modifieds.
All right, man, caution is out.
And
caution
a
is
major incident. Looks like Red Tucker is going to be involved in this one. Let's go back and take a look. Tucker was looking to the inside of Barnes. Incident's going to come out of turn number 2. Peterson to the inside. And it looks like at the entry point of turn 1, Tucker just was way loose. Here comes Kyle Leverall right behind him, giving him a helping hand, spinning him around. Cameron Hearn right there behind Leverall. And Rigo not able to avoid contact as well as Naslund. Ouch, take a look at that. Wade Sheeta. Heavy hit right there to the 19 Red Bull machine as he comes out of turn number 2. right underneath. He's going to pick up that car and set it back down. So here's what your race summary looks like. Here in the first 55 laps completed, 2 lead changes between the two divisions and 4 total cautions. So the lights come off the pace car here in lap 58. Leverall to the outside, pace car into the pits. Here we go, Leverall. I'm not sure what that was, a little sway at your race leader. But it's going to benefit the 23 of Peterson as he just screams away from the rest of the field. Out to a half a second lead coming out of turn 3. And now into turns 1 and 2. It looks like Leverall's going to close the gap. Newcomer Cameron Hearn back there in 3rd position. As the Tours now start to move away, take a look at this up front. Tanner Cook getting down pit road. Davis Warren to the head of the light modifieds. Back in 2nd position is the 46 of Kyle Barnes, right behind Tour modified driver Zach Mecca. Into the backstretch towards turn number 3. Naslin behind Barnes for 3rd. Ellison right there behind Naslin. Ellison is your series points leader for the light modified division. The Florida driver coming in tonight with a fast lap time, 13.728. Currently about 1.6 seconds behind Davis Warren. And now Mecca getting by Warren. Texas driver here tonight, 13.812 on the time. Last lap was a 14.283. Light modifieds working that middle groove. When the Tours are not around, there's pretty much dealer's choice as to where they want to be. We can see a little bit of difference in gap here as Warren taking a little bit lower groove in 3 and 4, a little bit to the midpoint. That time he's going to be lower. You can definitely see the track rubbering up really quick from these drivers. As we jump back up to the Tour Modifieds into lap 69, Christian Peterson making his way up to Tanner Cook. To the inside on turn 3, Cook swings wide to allow him by. Again, he didn't have to yield. It's more of a courtesy thing on divisions. Peterson into turn number 3. 0.49 second. Leverall has gained about 1/100th of a second in the last 6 laps. Newcomer Hearn back there in 3rd position, just ahead of Brian Neff. And it now looks as Davis Warren gets around lap traffic there. That's Brian Carpenter, the green machine that you see behind the 70. Ellison now seeing the Tour Modifieds make their way to the inside. Warren still has Carpenter right behind him. Naslin's got the whole Tour Modified field behind him as they come out of 4.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Oh, not quite going to see a leader-on-leader pass before the next caution comes out on the night. Pace car swinging way wide. Not kind of sure what was going on there with the pace driver. Things looking good here tonight in Southern National Motorsports Park for Davis Warren, looking to collect the bounty from Tanner Cook and hopes to win some iRacing credits, as now looks like Cook is going to go around a few drivers here. Looks to be an easy night here for Christian Peterson. Taking a look at his race information on the screen, 75 laps, now 76 laps once he crosses the start-finish line. New England driver here tonight, take a look at that fast lap time, 12.852. Looking back at Leverall, behind him is a 13.055 for his fast lap time. Gives you an idea between P1 and P2 here, how these guys are running. Lights off the pace car, they are bunched up. Peterson to the inside of Leverall. Let's see what happens on the restart. Here they go. Turn 3, turn 4. Pace car into the pits. There's the green flag. Leverall's ready this time. To the outside swings, Peterson to the inside, using that lower group. Hearn, contact with Rigo yet again. Hearn gets by Rigo. Favorable position there for the 67 of Cameron Hearn, as now he works his way into the front stretch. Leverall still to the high side. Able to hold on, running that middle groove now as Hearn looks to get closer and closer up there with Christian Peterson. Kyle Leverall still to the high side, the 7 car. Peterson can't shake Leverall. And there it is, right across the start-finish line. Into lap 83, Christian Peterson had enough room. Down came Leverall in front of Hearn. So Leverall is in second, Hearn third, Rigo fourth. In the light divisions, Davis Warren has got the red 33, the red monster behind him. Scott Naslund is on the move, and he is putting the pressure here on the 70 car as they work their way into lap 85. Warren in the backstretch. Here comes Naslund. Naslund looking to the inside. Little quick peek in the front stretch. Put the pressure on. Can he get down there first? Not quite this time by. Actually a little bit of oversteer there out of the 33 car. And that's going to open up a little bit gap and breathing room here for the 70 of Davis Warren. Take a look at Tanner Cook. Behind lap traffic, Brad Carpenter. Carpenter not giving way, and it's frustrating there, I'm sure, for the 18 Rockstar Energy car of Cook. Cook looking to the inside of Carpenter. Nothing doing this time around in the backstretch. Still settling up.
Man, caution is out. Caution is out.
And it looks like it's a possible incident. I'll go back and follow Adam Rigo here. Looked like it might have been his car that got spun around. not Rigo. Was not. Not sure. What I seen up here in the booth, it looked to be a red and white car, and there's only 2 cars that run the red and white. One of them has that yellow, that construction bumper on it. It didn't look to be that. Not quite sure who got loose there, but that's going to bring out the next caution. On the night, total of 6. Ford lead changes, pretty much all coming in the light division here tonight is Christian Peterson. Total of 90 laps led. I guess we could say 1 lead change up there in the tours for a brief moment. As the lights come off the pace car, Leveralt still fighting himself to the outside of Peterson. Pace car into turn number 4. We'll set to go into the pits. There it goes. Here comes Peterson. There's the green flag. Back to the race on lap 95. Beautiful restart from both lanes. And a heavy swing there from the 17 of Adam Rigo. Brian Neff to the inside of Robbie Bundin. A little bit of connection issues. Leg in the 60 car there. It's like watching something out of the movie Tron. Christian Peterson into turn number 4. Kyle Leverall back there in second. Cameron Hearn putting the pressure on the 7 car. Hearn peeks to the inside. Nothing doing. As Kyle Leverall's going to protect that inside groove. That is where the passing scenario is here tonight on the inside. Leverall's going to get loose. He spins into pit lane. Lord almighty, take a look at that pit cone. Oh, it's just laying out there. No debris call. Unbelievable. Some brave soul went out there and grabbed that cone. How about Kyle Leverall? Tough break there for the 7 car. Stuck down on pit road. Take a look at this. Unbelievable. They finally get him peeled off that wall. Go back and take a look. Real quick, we'll run back a replay here on how he got stuck on that wall. Unfortunate scenario here for the 7 car. So you're going to see in turn 2, he's already looking loose. Here's where he gets loose right there. Cameron Hearn. And the car just hooks. Take a look at this. Gets wedged in the barrels, nothing doing. Unbelievable. I'm surprised nothing was called on that. Just stuck down there on the barrel. So Christian Peterson working his way out of turn 4 into the front stretch. 2.4 second lead after the incident with Kyle Leverall. Out there by his lonesome as Wade Cheetah moves into 2nd position. And if you noticed when we showed you the replay with Kyle Leverall, Cameron Hearn trying to avoid contact, checks up, and Adam Rigo delivers a powerful blow to the backside of Cameron Hearn. And with that being said, Hearn has fallen to 6th position now. Davis Warren, some 3-wide action heading into turn 1. Oh, he's going to tag Kyle Barnes, and around goes Naslin.
Caution is out.
That's the result of some three-wide action and late race grip on these tires, or lack of grip, I should say. Let's take a look yet again. Going to follow Davis Warren through the action. So Naslin's going to look to the inside. Of course, our replay man set it back a little further than need be. Lap traffic, Kyle Barnes there side by side as Warren's trying to get around, and here's the three wide incident right there. Take a look at that. Naslin swings way wide. Warren just loses control right into the back of Kyle Barnes. Tanner Cook to the inside is going to avoid contact. As Warren comes back up the track, he's going to catch the rear of Naslin. So Barnes, Warren, and Naslin are all going to spin out up to the high side. Just a tough thing to deal with late in the race. So Warren's going to come off pit road now. He came down pits, took some gas. So what was unfortunate for a couple of drivers has become fortunate for another few, as Wade Cheetah will be bunched up after seeing a 2.4 second gap between him and Christian Peterson. He'll be bunched up to the outside now, as well as Brian Neff. And it looks like Leveralt's going to get a wave around. Into the backstretch they go. It's going to be lap 115 when we get the green flag. Cheetah to the outside of Peterson. There goes the pace car towards the pits.
Green flag.
There's the green flag. We're back to the race. Beautiful restart. Cheetah's ready. He's to the outside, working that outside groove. How much grip is left on these tires, folks? To be able to work that outside groove and stay competitive, as now you're seeing the fall off. Cheetah right there behind Peterson. Neff to the inside. Crowd to the outside. To Merchant. To the outside of Hearn. Will come around in front. To Merchant. Lap traffic for these drivers as Cameron Hearn tries to work his way up towards Neff. Peterson, though, out of turn number 2. 0.36 second lead over Wade Cheetah. And these laps are going by quick. Let's jump over to the lights as Tanner Cook back to the race lead. Benny Ellison, Scott Naslin in third. So at this point here on lap 119, the bounties are safe from being collected, as both Peterson and Cook are at the lead of their divisions. Leverall to the inside of Ellison. Here on lap 121, Tanner Cook into the backstretch as the Tour Mod driver Kyle Leverall, and he's going to swing down. Not really letting Leverall by until turn 1. Again, Kyle Leverall running second position until the turn 2 incident where he slid down towards pit road, got hooked on the barrels. Luckily received a wave around with the last caution. Christian Peterson now into the backstretch on lap 124.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
And Robbie Bunden is going to have some contact there, folks. Heavy damage. Take a look at the smoke coming out of the back of that 87 machine. He's going to go down pit road really quick. Let's go back and take a look. looks like it's going to be a little bit of race contact. Battle for the position and the line as Bunden comes down onto Hearn. Will get sent up into the wall. Sparks are going to fly. And that's going to be some heavy damage, front end collision with the wall, and you can see the smoke. Oh, and an insult to injury there as Kyle Barnes is going to tag Robbie Bunden. So Bunden's still on pit road. Let's see if we can get a quick interview here with Kyle Barnes. Normally this guy has the race control suit on, but tonight he is in the race. Kyle, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Tell us a little bit about your night.
Well, it's been better. You know, I don't know what these Tour Modified guys are doing. You know, just running into us Modified lights. I mean, Brian Neff on the backstretch just completely totaled me going down into turn 3 when I was giving him the whole inside. So not much more room I could have given him. And then we're back out here running around just trying to get laps. And Davis Warren decides he's going to lift me off the ground and turn me around in turn 2. So I don't really know what these guys want me to do. Just trying to hold my lines here the best I can, but I mean, we just got a bunch of idiots out here tonight, apparently.
Cooler temperatures bringing out more aggression here on the field, but looks like you're about ready to head back to green. Appreciate the words there, bud. Best of luck to you in the laps to come.
No problem.
Lights off the pace car. Christian Peterson to the inside of Wade Cheetah as the pace car heads into the pits. There's the green flag. We're back to race, some checkup action. As Neff slammed into the bumper of Christian Peterson. Wade Cheetah to the outside, down the backstretch towards turn number 3. And DeMerchant now in 3rd position. As I lose my voice. Christian Peterson out of turn number 4 into the front stretch.
All right, man. Caution is out.
And another caution flag and a lot of incidents. And Scott Naslund is going to get turtled there in the first couple turns. Wheels are up. Unbelievable. Definitely heard during the last caution frustration out of the 46 of Kyle Barnes. Warren ahead of Naslund at this point. Ellison ahead of Warren. Contact right there. A little bump and run action there. 3 wide across the start-finish line. And contact off of Ellison. Take a look how that is fate right there. And karma. All the likes from all 3 of those drivers who went 3 wide across the start-finish line. And Naslund is going to get more of it than the other 2 drivers, as Warren will just go up into the wall. Ellison locks up the brakes and saves more contact. Tough break to see the Illinois driver here with the wheel side up on lap 135. They will get him overturned or turned over and down pit road. At this point for Scott Naslund, it's going to be salvaging points if he's able to get back out before this race ends. Top 5 in the tours now. Christian Peterson, Wade Cheetah, Seth DeMerchant, Brian Neff, and Adam Rigo. Newcomer Cameron Hearn was running second for a while, finds himself in 6th position here on lap 136. Tanner Cook, Benny Ellison, Davis Warren, Scott Naslund, and Brad Carpenter are the top 5 in lights. Lights come off the pace car. We're going to be back green on lap 138. Pace car takes him down the backstretch. There it goes.
Green flag.
There's the green flag. We're back to the race. Oh, Wade Cheetah goes for a spin. He's able to save it. Brian Neff looks like he's going to go down into the wall. Neff ended up on pit road out of that. Wade Cheetah got some contact, spun, was able to save it. Currently back in 5th position. Cheetah behind Tanner Cook, who's the leader of the lights. Cook running a little high there in turns 1 and 2. Cheetah able to pass on the inside. Leverall behind Cook. Peterson with 9 laps to go into the backstretch. Close to a 3/4 second lead over the 35 of the Merchant. So 6-man 8th, 1 and 2 here tonight in the Tours. Tanner Cook keeping that bounty alive in the lights as he works his way into the backstretch with 8 to go. Peterson will cross that start-finish line. 6 laps now remain. Tanner Cook with about a 1.5-second lead over Benny Ellison as Ellison has Carpenter in between. Peterson into turn number 3, now turn 4. Contact with the wall, 4 laps to go. That seems to be the signature of Christian Peterson as of late. Car really starts to push late in the race. We saw him wreck at New Hampshire on the last lap as Seth the Merchant was able to pick up the victory there. Peterson now into the backstretch. Cameron Hearn, though, getting around Seth the Merchant. 2 laps to go. Next time by, it's going to be the white flag. Peterson to the outside of Barnes. Hearn trying to dig through this field into the front stretch. The white flag's in the air. 1 more lap to go. Hearn is not going to have enough. 1.1 seconds behind the 23. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. Christian Peterson, your winner here at Southern National. Tanner Cook in turns 3 and 4 now. Will pick up the victory, hitting the wall. Celebratory fireworks in the air as both bounties survive Southern National. And we'll have 3 races to go to see if any other driver out there can collect these bounties. Tanner Cook, hard-fought night there for the 18 Rockstar machine. Peterson with the burnout there in turn 4. Nice little show there of the 2 division leaders. Victorious here tonight. There you have it right there. Little touch of the nose. On victory lane, your winners Christian Peterson and Tanner Cook. As we bring up the results on the screen, we are going to go live now to light modified winner here tonight, Tanner Cook. Driver of the number 18 Rockstar Energy Machine. Tanner, you got to be happy with where you finish here tonight, overall taking the victory here at Southern National, keeping that bounty alive, and definitely helping your chances at trying to catch Benny Ellison overall for the series points.
Yeah, it was definitely a good night. We finally got the sponsor back on the backup car after Red Bull even took the whole chassis out last week. We got it straightened back up, and we had a good race all night. Had a mishap about 3/4 of the way and had electrical issues, had to pull it in. I think we went down 3 laps and somehow came back.
And you're able to pull the car into victory lane. What was your anticipation here dealing with your current? You didn't start. You started out, had a little bit of incidents throughout this race that you found working with some of the drivers. Knowing the animosity from last week in New Hampshire and racing around Red Tucker this weekend, what was your mindset on trying to come into Southern National and get victory here tonight?
With Red, if he, I heard from the hauler that he was told not to touch me this week, so I had it in my brain. If he hit me, he was going to be totaled, and there wouldn't be enough tow trucks to pick up both pieces of our cars if he tried to pull some bull crap like he did last week. And then it ended up he done it, spun it out, and tried to turn it back around. I think he took out a tour mod right in front of me, and I don't know. Just some people have their head so far up their rectum. Just can't believe it.
Appreciate you keeping that PG. But yeah, understandable. A lot of animosity that carried over into this week. But heading into Concord next week, what can we expect out of the Rockstar machine?
We're just hoping for more wins. I don't think the points are really attainable right now with Benny. He's running good. He's being a little point grabber, that's for sure. I think he's got it locked up, but we'll just get as high as we can, at least get the most wins of the season.
All right. Well, is there any final thanks or shout-outs you'd like to give for your victory here tonight?
Yeah, thanks to Rockstar for sponsoring us this week. Thanks to Kyle for putting us on. Thanks for you for broadcasting it.
All right. Well, congratulations, Tanner. We'll see you next week at Concord.
All right. Thank you, sir. See ya.
All right, we're going to go live now with Tour Modified driver Christian Peterson of the Sixth Man Inc. car, able to put this one in victory lane yet again. And I tell you, if it's not Seth the Merchant, it's been Christian Peterson here with the wins. Total of 146 laps led on the night. Christian came out to this track on fire, getting the pole, and it was pretty much no looking back from there. You were just out ahead of everybody. Beautiful restarts here tonight. Had Leverall out to the outside. Did you happen to catch what happened to Leverall by any chance?
I think one of those restarts, the restart after he hung on my outside for like 5 or 6, 7 laps, whatever it was. That was a lot of fun, by the way. I think he just spun out and got into the barrier and pit wall or something.
He was hooked on the barrels, which really pretty much ended his night. Tough break for that, but moving on from that, though, coming into tonight, knowing that this bounty just continues week after week, does that put any pressure on your mindset of having to keep yourself towards the front?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I think the tour mod side's a little easier. Tanner's probably got a little harder because we got 2 people that can get it done for us on the tour mod side. So if one of us gets taken out, the other guy can try to get it done, but which has been happening every week. So we're going to try to keep that going. But yeah, definitely at the end right there, like at the beginning, not so much. At the end, though, like with all those restarts, your heart starts to pump a little bit because, there's something on the line there. And anything could happen there at the end with the chrome horn on these things. So,
well, coming into tonight, 57 points ahead of teammate Seth the Merchant, 60 points ahead of Robbie Bunden. How do you feel overall about your hopes in obtaining this championship?
I mean, as long as I don't have another week like last week in New Hampshire or the week before that, I think we'll be all right. I'm pretty sure I got like a full race lead right now, a little bit more than that. So I can have a couple more screw-ups, but we're going to try to minimize those and then bring it home.
Talking about next week, we roll into Concord. What can we expect out of the 23 car there?
Hopefully we can come out of the box strong, like always. Try to sit on pole, lead a lot of laps. I think we would have led all of them tonight if it wasn't for people beating me to the line on restarts, but the restarts were a little screwy tonight, and they were coming out real early, and then all of a sudden, sometimes they would come out real late or not even at all. So it was a little screwy, but it was a lot of fun, and next week should be interesting because that track is a lot of crazy on the backstretch there. It's like a mini Pocono.
Definitely we'll have to see how that'll play out. Is there any thanks or shout-outs you want to give for your victory here at Southern National?
Just everybody that shows up week in, week out, put on a show. I love these cars, love racing these cars. Wish people could maybe not hit each other as much, get some more green flag runs in, but just everybody at Six Man and Kyle and you guys for putting on the show.
Congratulations again tonight, Christian, on another victory here yet again in the Modified Madness Tour. We look forward to seeing you carrying that momentum in next week when we roll into Concord.
All right, thank you.
There you have it, folks. What a night of racing here at the 410th Mile Track, Southern National Motorsports Park. A lot of animosity between both divisions. A lot of contact, cooler temperatures. One thing that wasn't cool here tonight is a lot of drivers' attitudes as they carried it on. Taking a look at the results there on the screen, Christian Peterson, Cameron Hearn was able to finish second. Newcomer here tonight, really fighting to collect that bounty. Seth the Merchant, teammate of Christian Peterson in the 6-man 8 car, will finish third. Adam Rigo fourth. Wade Cheetah rounds out your top 5 in the tours. Tanner Cook, Benny Ellison, Brad Carpenter will be third. Naslin Davis rounding out your top 5. Nice night for Davis Warren. We'll have to see if he comes back next week at Concord on fire and able to carry some great race action into Concord. Again, folks, 3 races remain here on the Modified Madness Tour of the 18-week season. We'll be at Concord next week. And like Peterson said, it is like a mini Pocono. 5 total turns at that track. Turn 5 being the most wicked. That is going to do it for us here tonight. However you were able to catch and tune into this broadcast, whether it be Twitch, YouTube, or iRacing Live, definitely thank you for tuning in. Feel free to check out our website, forgebroadcasting.com. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, alike, all the social media. You can find all the links there on our website. If you want to know more about the league that we broadcasted, feel free to check them out. Right there at the bottom, Championship Racing Association, altogether.com. That's going to do it for us here tonight, folks. I'm Dustin Caldwell saying thanks for tuning in to the Digital Forge Broadcast Network, and we'll see you tomorrow night.